Good morning, everyone, on this early Wednesday morning. Hopefully, you're off to a good start. Cold and frosty out there once again, about 28 to 35. But we'll see a beautiful day today. We won't get into the forecast too much because we're going to tackle this fearless winter forecast. But today should be really nice to get out and enjoy. Big travel day, but we'll have some sunshine. A bit milder out there, about 63 to 65. Tonight, about 35 to 40 for Thanksgiving Day, staying dry. No problems out there. Partly sunny, high temperatures into the mid 60s with the rain holding off until early Friday morning. The rain will start to move in from the west on Friday, and then we may see another batch of rain later Saturday. So the weather will get a little bit wetter, but not for the next couple of days. And that's going to lead us to our winter forecast. I've been doing this for about 30 years, so we'll go ahead and tackle this and take a look at basically the trends of what is going on right now in the long range. And you hear the terms La Nina, El Nino. Basically, we're in a La Nina type of weather pattern, which means that the waters in the Pacific are cooler than normal. And with that in mind, it pushes a lot of weather systems up to the north, and that generally tends to bring the southern parts of the United States drier and warmer weather for the winter. Notice a lot of wet weather across the northern area, and the colder area kind of gets locked up into the northern sections of the country. Now, this is not a blueprint of every single day of the winter. So you are going to have cold air intrusions. They're just not going to be as likely or as frequent as what we normally have during a winter season. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that temperatures generally will be a little bit above normal or near normal in this typical type of weather pattern. But I want to go ahead and talk about something else that we look at when we try to forecast winter seasons, and that's what has happened over the last 6 or 8, 10 weeks, and compare that to what similar type of years have brought us for winters later on. And we had a hurricane not too long ago. That was Nicole, that affected Florida. In 1985, we had a Hurricane Kate that affected Florida in November. So I like to kind of compare those two type of situations. And the first half of winter generally is going to be the colder half, and that's my feeling right now. So if we're going to be colder, it looks like December, maybe into the new year, will be a little bit colder than normal, and then we start to moderate those temperatures. So that's my feel for that at the current time. And we have had chilly weather for the last couple of weeks, although we will warm up a little bit over the next week or so. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of these temperatures, and this is what you can expect as we move into basically the next 90 days. December, January, February. This is what the National Weather Service usually puts out a couple of months before, and that's basically what they're thinking of, is that temperatures are going to be above normal from the eastern seaboard down to the south and east, and a little bit colder than normal as you head into the northwest, as those weather patterns tend to stay up to the north just a little bit more above normal temperatures across parts of the southwest as well. When you have above normal temperatures during the wintertime, chances are you're going to be a little bit drier. And that's the trend that these La Ninas try to produce. But my feeling is that temperatures are going to be probably slightly above normal, but not as much above normal as this map is showing us because of the month of December. So we'll continue to take that and watch that. And precipitation, wetter than normal, where that storm track is going to be focused across parts of the Great Lakes into parts of the Ohio Valley. Drier than normal across Florida, from parts of Texas on over through California, wet across the Pacific Northwest, once again indicating that La Nina type weather pattern. I think we're going to see near normal precipitation. In fact, it may be a little bit above from time to time. So we may kind of stretch that little area of green just to the south, the southeast, just a little bit. But basically, in summary, I think we're going to have temperatures at or a little bit above normal for this winter season. Looks like December probably will be our coldest month. That will be our greatest shot of seeing a snow around here. We may see a couple of snows, but through New Year's, I think that'll be a better likelihood of seeing a snow than the second half of winter, which will tend to be a bit milder. So that's kind of the case and kind of the forecast in a nutshell. Temperatures at or a little bit above normal, especially in the second half of winter. And precipitation near normal, maybe a little bit above normal, especially as we get into the later months as well. A couple of snows, nothing really to write home about. I don't think we're going to see many major storms because I think they're going to be just to our north. Snows will be well up to the north, and that's where our greater chances of seeing snowfall will be. And we're going to have a lot of these cold, rainy type days that sometimes we have to deal with during the winter months as well. So, kind of in a nutshell, a little bit above normal when it comes to temperatures, and at normal or a little bit above normal when it comes to precipitation for our winter of 2022-2023. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe we'll get a snow for Christmas, or maybe around that time slot we may have a little bit better chance than normal to see something like that this year. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But hey, take care. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll talk to you later.